This is your Sleepless God back with What If Midoriya Was a Monster? I'm going to start out with a recap. So last time we left off, we just explained why Midoriya is basically, or I should say the captain, is doing all the things that he's doing. He's trying to make sure his people, or the next generation, his son, is not having to do this stuff, having to push through this. He wants to make their lives easier. If he does it first, he's basically making their lives easier, making them be able to do this easier. Also, even with that insurity in his head, he's not risking his wife. He's not risking his son. So he sends his captains and a couple of the extras. So the captains are our teleporting lady, Wolf, BFG, and also obviously Midoriya himself. And then we have Thing 1, Thing 2, Thing 1 and Thing 2, and then we have Mistress. Sorry, I said Thing 1 and Thing. I said Thing 1, Thing 2, and Thing 3. Thing 3 doesn't exist. Delete Thing 3 from your head. I forgot. No. The second, all 7 of them, so the 4 of them and 3 others. The girl, or AKA call, what her nickname is now going to be, is called Doll, is actually part of Teleporting Lady's crew. Thing 1 and Thing 2 is part of Midoriya's crew of Mischiefs and Mayhem. Well, everyone's part of Midoriya's crew technically, but he's part of the main crew. That's why I said Thing 1 and Thing 2, because guess who's the cat in the hat? Just guess for a couple seconds. As after that, they wanted to test their strength and their skill against, what the other quirkful people have. So Aizawa sent them out to see what they can do. Let's do that. So instantaneously, they don't change into uniforms, mostly because they are in uniforms mostly. Their clothes that they wear now are basically their uniforms, because none of the uniforms actually fit their style and how they could move in their bodies, because obviously they're mutants. Their bodies are different evolution than others. But instantaneously they start with the 100-meter dash. Now, let's just go down the list. Teleporting lady, 0.000000000000001 second, because she put a portal where she stands and she put a portal at the end. And she instantly, when the timer went off, she jumped through the portal and made it through. Wolf, 3 seconds. BFG, 2 seconds. Captain, 1 second. Thing 1 and Thing 2, 15 seconds. Actually, wait, I should not say, 11 seconds. Doll, 26 seconds. All incredibly good. Okay, let's do weightlifting. See how many benches. Not gonna lie, BFG won this one by a lot. Not like really crushes the competition in the weightlifting process. Scooter racing, everything. Pull, strength with the hand, lifting, push-ups, sit-ups. They crush. Right now, if they were actually put on the ranking system, Midoriya captain would be number 3. He went the captain, Bakugo. Actually, no, it went Bakugo, the captain, and then the BFG. BFG is number 1 mostly because he has a lot more strength than most people, and they're really just according on strength and not anything else. Like speed really pumped him up there, but the weightlifting thing really got him back down, and then they goes to the ball throw. Now, Teleporting Girl tells her is obviously the champion in this one, mostly because she can teleport it anywhere she wants, and she teleports it to Los Angeles and just tosses it in there. And she's like, no, I'm not. No, that's a lot of distance. So she got that one down. But now it goes up to the BFG and the captain. And the BFG, using everything he has, goes about 6 football fields, launching it as far as he possibly can, just yeeting it. The captain thinks more smarter than that, because there's a way to throw it where he doesn't have to use as much strength. Because the BFG, the Big Friendly Giant, was just going all out as hard as he possibly can. Sorry, a long day. But when Midoriya grabbed the ball, he realized it's not about like just pure strength. You have to have some strength into it, but it's about balance. It's about skill. It's about chucking the ball into a dizzying area where it's not just going straight. It's also stabilization up and straight and going pretty far. So he uses everything he can and uses his strength, speed, his arm movement, his body placement, his technique, and he just launches that. It does a shock wave. Boom. Bouncing just shooting everyone back as he got 9 football fields with ease. As the BFG looks at him and just says, "How the fuck did you do that shit, Captain?" As he says, "There's a skill to everything. Trust me." As it goes down, the top 4 right now is the captain at number 1, Teleporting Gorilla number 2. Actually, sorry, PFG at number 2, Teleporting Gorilla at number 3. Thing 1 and Thing 2, right tied with Bakugo and Icy Hot and Kirishima, and then Doll like right at the bottom ranking, right? Very close to bottom ranking, but not as bottom as you think. As I was surprised with the level of skill and craftsmanship these kids have, because he didn't understand how they could do the things that they could do. Mostly because most of these kids at this age can't understand their own abilities. These people look like they have an instant grasp on them, like they were almost born with these abilities and not just like wasn't growing, wasn't had to train with them and grow with them. Like they were like trusted, they were like iron and steel hammered to the point where they could do this. So they all get off the force. They all start learning their own ways. As what Aizawa wants to do is very interesting, because Aizawa knows that the new recruits are so much stronger. Not so much stronger in a way, because Doll seems Pretty average, actually. And nothing too massive, really, but the rest of them are like titans, especially the captain. Like he seems very smart with his quirk. They keep on calling them quirks, even though they're not. And very genius with how he uses his abilities in any way possible, even if it's very subtle, like moving his moving his cape in a certain direction, where it still gives him some weight on the throw, or even just dropping his cape altogether for the 100-meter dash to give him less weight on his back to launch himself forward, or even moving his steps around in a way where it's harder to see the direction, or even just every way he moves. It seems like he's so used to his body, even though he shouldn't be, that it's monstrous. So he's trying to decide what he should do, and he just says, "Fuck it." 7v7. All the mutants against 7 of what I believe are the top 7 uh, quirk people, 7 multiple different teams. So like multiple different teams of Class 1A members going against of the 7 mutants. He just wants to see what they're at right now, and just to see what he's going to push them to. The first team, got some heavy hitters. So it goes Bakugo, Kirishima, Jet Boy, Momo, Denki Kaminari, and Earjack Girl, and Ballface. Pervert. I don't remember names that well, so we call them by their nickname because it's funnier. And the entire objective is just don't get smashed. They basically have 3 red dots on their body, and if those 3 red dots get touched, they will glow. They will go red, and if all 3 of them are red, you're out of the game. So it's like perfect hit points. So when he says, "Don't make sure they don't get hit," Bakugo's not really thinking at that time. He's thinking like, "Okay, make sure he hits everything else," but he doesn't think no one can beat him at this point. And it's funny because he's gonna get shown how much he's wrong, as they say go, as instantaneously they hear boom, 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 as 3, like, he seems like the rubble from like the wall or something just gets ripped out and thrown their direction. 3 big pieces of brick and asphalt just gets thrown their direction as they're like, "What the fuck is this?" As Bakugo blows the first one, second one, and third one away, as he hears click, he hears beep, 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 as he looks over and he sees a teleporting girl click all 3 of his buttons. As he hears on the radio, "Bakugo Katsuki, you're out." As he's like, "Fuck." As Kirishima's like, "What the fuck?" As he hears beep, he looks over as he sees thing 1 clicking his button. He's like, "What the hell?" As he's like, "I didn't even see him." As he hears another beep, as he sees thing 2 clicking the other button. And he's trying to look around. He tries to smack thing 1 as he dodges the blow. As he hears beep, "Kirishima, you are now out." As he looks as he sees the captain click the button right next to his chest. He smiles as he disappears in a single second. As Earjack Girl is trying to Earjack Girl and Momo, Earjack Girl, and Denki are trying to figure out their location as they hear beep, 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 as they look down as all their buttons are clicked. As they're like, "What the fuck?" As they see Teleporting Girl, the BFG, and Wolf all look down at them and just say, and they all smile and just say, "Too slow." Was that it? Oh, okay, let's. Uh, no, there's 7 because we have 3. So we had uh Bako and Kirishima there, and then we have all 3 of them, and then we have uh Ballface and uh mm, oh yeah, Jet Boy. As he starts to run, he's trying to figure out their location. As someone touches him, as he looks over and he sees Doll, as his body starts to morph and change into a little tiny doll, as the buttons are still attached too. As he hears beep beep beep, as Doll chucks her aside as it regrows into himself, as he lands and like skirts the side as he looks over as all of his dots are red. As Pervert looks like looking around as he hears beep, as he looks back, as he looks back, he hears beep beep. As he looks over, as he's all of his buttons are clicked. As he's like, "What the fuck?" As this happened every time. Doesn't matter if they were the most heaviest hitters, even if it Icy Hot, Bakugo, Kirishima, Momo, every one of them on a fucking list that is as strong as possible. They would never get beaten. And their teamwork is magnetized over their others. So when he goes back to the bake room and starts talking to the teachers, he realizes what he needs to do. He needs to upgrade their teamwork. Not just his students, everyone. To be preparable, even to be close to what they are. So right now, we're going to end off the video here. I hope you guys liked the video. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.